Welcome to Bridging the Bay, the podcast where we connect the people, ideas, and partnerships shaping the future of real estate and community across Tampa Bay. I'm your host, Quan Rimmer, and in every episode, we explore how collaboration and leadership are transforming our region, one conversation at a time. Recorded live from the Fabre Framework studio. Fabre Frameworks helps realtors showcase their listings with stunning, high-quality real estate photography that tells every property story with impact. Learn more at FabreFrameworks.com. Today, we're joined by Carlos Navedo, Vice President of Corporate Partnership and Events for Habitat for Humanity of Hillsborough County. Carlos and his team are transforming lives through affordable housing, volunteer engagement, and corporate partnerships that strengthen our neighborhoods and build pathways to home ownership. We'll be talking about the incredible work Habitat is doing, the challenges and opportunities in housing affordability, and how realtors and community members can get involved in making a difference. Carlos, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Quan. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So, Carlos, for those who may only know Habitat by name, can you paint a picture of what Habitat for Humanity of Tampa Bay Hillsborough is doing right now in our local community?
Locally, well, for those who are not aware, Habitat for Humanity has actually been the leading nonprofit in affordable housing across the globe now since 1976. Locally here, we've been here since 1987. We came into town. We have slowly grown, but I'm glad to say, man, that we are building communities. Now in 2025, Habitat for Humanity, Tampa Bay, Hillsborough are building communities. Right now, we're working at Windhorse Common, which is a 23 home community in Brandon, right off Road. Brand new homes, state of the art living. You talking smart homes, and making it all affordable for first time buyers is a great, honestly, a joy that I enjoy doing.
Love it. How does Habitat's mission go beyond the home building? What makes your model of partnership and empowerment so impactful for families here in Tampa Bay?
Quan, the first thing I would like to clear up is any misunderstandings that are out there within the community. A lot of people come to me, especially when I speak to corporations and partners, not just corporations, but our corporate partners that help us support us. First question we ask is, do we give these houses away? No, no. Nobody walks away with a free house. This is not the Oprah show where you get one, you get one, you get one. It does not work that way. These families work for these homes. These are working families, and a lot of people think that we out here helping the indigent. No, these are working families. We are talking about first responders, police officers, firefighters, teachers, a lot of teachers, young professionals that are moving into the area, that are looking to explore their career, explore their business and their entrepreneurial side. It is anybody, honestly, that's driving up and down these roads. And the reason I say that is because we're fortunate. We live in paradise. It is beautiful. We get 300 plus days of sunshine, beautiful weather. If it gets cold, it's cold today. Tomorrow is 80 degrees. I mean, it gets no better than that. But the reality is, we also live in an area where affordable housing is almost non existent. The price of living in paradise is enormous. You know this, Quan, just because I know you in the profession of helping people achieve the ultimate dream, which is home ownership. But, we have 200,000 plus people spending 70% of their income or more a month just on rent, just on housing. And when you start looking at those numbers, what else are they missing out? What are they not paying? The light, the food, the medicine, your car, your insurance, which ripples and causes effects in other areas. of not only their life but our lives also. So yeah, we do good work. These families do put in the work. 300 hours in building their own home and building someone else's home. They got to go through financial literacy. We got to make sure their credit is straight. We got to make sure they go through what is home ownership programming, making sure they understand. You just don't walk in and pick up the phone and somebody going to fix something for you.
Sure.
You better learn how to patch this hole. You better learn how to turn this screwdriver and tighten that. There's simple things that we try to make sure these homeowners are prepared for when they do step into their home. And do they get conventional loans? No. No, they get special interest loans. They get a 1, 2, maybe a 3% is the highest I ever seen loan, but they walk away with a mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, and escrow, just like all of us, just like everyone else.
Okay. So, Carlos, tell me, as the Vice President of Corporate Partnerships and Events, what does your role look like day to day? And how do you build bridges between the corporate leaders, realtors, and community members to support the mission?
Uh, I could tell you my role day to day is very fluid. It changes. You never know. 1 minute I could be riding high. The next minute I'm just trying to save a corporate partner or trying to make sure that we secure the funding for someone's home. I can tell you I love what I do. I love working with people like you, Quan. I love working with STAR, the Suncoast Tampa Association of Realtors. I love working with Verizon, with Publix. I mean, Amazon. You're talking Amazon who comes in and literally, works with us. So we get some great major corporation comes in, and my job is to make sure that I put something in front of them that it meets and suits their mission, their values, and at the same time, it is a winnable situation for both. They know they are impacting a family, but it goes beyond that. Let me show you the children you're impacting. Let me show you the children's room. Let me show you where you're going to swing a hammer and this little boy is going to hang his picture of Michael Jordan. Let me show you, bringing it home. Because at the end of the day, when you bring it home, is when they sit down and say, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Why not? My son got that. Let's make this happen for this young man. And you change a whole family's projection. You change a whole family's, really, generation. You changing generations of individuals. And not only that, you're giving them hope. 80% of our families, their children go on to post education studies. That's 80%. That's kids going to college that would not be going to college if they did not have that bedroom and the parents did not have the equity they have built in their home. I can tell you good 90% of the families that get our homes are still in their homes for several reasons. You're not going to get a loan the way you got, and this home was built for you and your family. So the memories you got there, it's not only that, the mortgage pay, everything. I mean, you sell this home, you're going to get another conventional loan, what, at 7%? So now your mortgage has ballooned, everything else has ballooned. And we try to educate our families in that, letting them know, hey, the purpose of this is for you to build your generational wealth. It ain't for you to flip because you can't flip it. You can't do nothing for the next 10 years. Yeah. We on that title with you. So meaning you are in this house for the next 10 years. Yeah, this is your home. This is your home before you could even think about moving on. And it gives them time to learn, adjust, and at the same time learn the value that they're building.
Carlos, you've helped grow Habitat's network of corporate and community partners tremendously.
Thank you.
What do you think makes a partnership truly meaningful? What separates a one-time donation from a lasting relationship?
I think the relationship, building relationships, talking to individual, and not only, and I tell this to a lot of young professionals that are looking to get into either fundraising or to do something to help someone else. The mission, the goal, yes, it's about getting there, but it's how you get there. It's doing it with integrity, doing it right. If you say you're going to go left, go left. Don't go right. Keep your word. If you promise, if you provide this sponsorship, we're going to give you A, B, and C, then go out and make sure they get A, B, and C. Keep your word. And then do your research. Learn about them. Learn what they like, what they don't like. That way, you have a good idea as to when you want to invite them for an event. You have a good idea as to what their likes are, what they don't like. When you show up with a gift, I try to make sure, okay, what do they like? I know Quan likes sweets. All right. I know he's on a mission now and he looks great. But I knew back in the day I could show up with a box of chocolate and it would soothe that soul
True story.
for that, for that moment. So just learning the research of the individuals and making sure you give them the time and respect because they are giving you their time, their money, and in our case, they're swinging the hammer. And I tell to people about swinging the hammer. I can honestly tell you, I seal the deal out there when they're swinging the hammer. A lot of times I do. A lot of companies, and I'll use one now, Tampa Bay Rays. Currently working with them on a partnership, but they just came out to swing the hammer with 30 people for a veterans build, to build a house for a local veteran and his 6 children. And it was out there that they actually realized, like, oh, we kind of like this. Wouldn't you like it better if your name was on this house? Wouldn't you like that better for every family that comes out here to know this house was sponsored by the Tampa Bay Rays? And sealing it and then introducing them to that family. These are the individuals you are helping out. You're building the house right next to them. So making it, bringing it home, and at the end of it, letting them know that every dollar, this is where it's going. Right here. Look at that child. That's where your money is going.
I love it. Realtors and home builders.
Yes.
They
You guys are the best. You
thank
are.
thank you. Thank you. They both play major roles in shaping neighborhoods. How can real estate professionals and associations like Star get more involved in Habitat's work?
And thank you for asking that, Quan, because I'm gonna be sincere. You guys are a sponsor of the real estate build. Star is the title sponsor. It's not just the real estate build, it's the Habitat Star real estate build. Uh, and you have opened up the doors to a lot of realtors. And I want to say from the first year that I took over, and I think you have noticed, we have grown it. We've grown it. This past year, our summer social was the biggest they've ever seen. We've actually raised over $70,000. There's a good chance I got a call yesterday from Chase say, "Hey, yo, real estate bill, we got another 5 grand. Can we get out there?" So we might have hit the 75,000, which is to sponsor a full home. First time the real estate bill has ever done, and it's thanks to you. But I gotta say, getting more realtors involved, getting them out there, and not just come out to swing the hammer because we want you to swing the hammer. I think that brings everything home. That's the full circle moment. That's when we go out, let's drink, let's eat, let's fundraise. Okay,
Yes.
now let's go out there, swing the hammer, and it brings everything home. But getting more realtors involved with the real estate bill, having them get more engaged, and I love it because we have been growing them. But what I like seeing is I like seeing these young realtors now these young professionals, that this new blood that you got going on at Star, getting them involved now, getting them more involved, teaching them, because I think you guys do a great job at teaching your realtors the value of giving back to the community, and then giving them the opportunity to swing the hammer. And Star does that. You do that, Quan. Me, I'm here with a smiling face, say, please come back again. And if you could give us $10, $20, whatever you want to sign up, you got a $600 goal. And that's what we try to do, is get every individual realtor to sign up in just a $600 goal. And we will give you everything you need, all the emails, social media, PowerPoints, everything. You get yourself in a corner and you need that $100 push, give Carlos a call. I'm gonna be there like, yo, tell him this, tell him whatever. We'll give him out. We'll give him a hammer. We'll give him a hard hat, shirt, whatever. Let's get that $100. But at the end, your realtors have done a great job in supporting us, in building for us. And now, I'm asking your relatives and whoever is out here looking and listening to me, come on out, join us. We have a summer social that me and Quan will be talking about here shortly. We're hoping to promote it this year in May, do something different, get more people involved, do the fundraising to the summer, and start building in the fall, God willing. And with your blessing and with Star blessing, that is the hope. But please come out to the summer social. First 2 drinks on Quan and I. After that, you on your own.
Yes.
But the food will be there, and it is a great party. It is a great party and a great way to network, and not just meet other realtors, but meet the financial people behind your realtors, your banks, your presidents of the Star Association, the Star Foundation. So different entities that can most definitely help your career.
What kind of impact do these hands-on efforts that we have with our realtors, these volunteer teams, with the bill days, the donation drives, what type of impact do these efforts have on the families and the volunteers themselves?
I think it has the greatest impact of it all. Let me tell you, we just talked about the party, which is the fun part. Mm-hmm. The fundraising, that's kind of fun, because you asking your friends $5, $10, $20. It's kind of funny. You make it fun. And ladies, I know ladies that do wine party. Us gentlemen, hey, we do cigars and bourbon. And it's all to help. But the impact is what brings it all home. The volunteering is what brings it home. And if you want to have a good idea, Star, Quan, you have been involved in impacting last year alone over 60 families. 60 families. Now, I'm talking not individuals, families. Now you take that into equation. The average family is 3.2 child. We got families that have 6 child. We got some families that have 2. But when you look at the numbers, you have impacted close to 380 people, lives, individuals that do not yet know the impact you have made on their lives. Their parents do. They're the first ones to thank you. They're the first ones who come up and thank you and say, thank you for doing this, swinging the hammer. The little ones, a year or 2 down the road, they're the ones that will follow up and say, man, you were out here. You were out here building. Yeah, I remember. And we try to do reunions like this, so people 2 years down the road, hey, get together, get the people from Star, everybody together. That way you see the family. You came to the dedication. You handed that family the key. Next year, we're going to go back and visit them and say, hey, how's everything going? Watch these people give you a hug. And that itself, that's what brings it home, because now you go and tell your friends, hey, man, I just had the best day. I handed last year this key to the Hispanic family, knew very little English, but came here from Cuba on a raft, made it here, her and her family. You did that. You did that this year. Next year, you see how far they have gone where her daughter now is going, to this school. And, she's taking care of her mother and so forth. And this is, at the end of it, this is the impact that you guys have. So think about, take that and multiply that times 60. And that's the impact that we have had, because I don't do this by myself. It is a team effort, and it takes all the sponsors, all the individuals, every person that comes out and swings that hammer. It takes all of us. It literally took the village to help this family.
Many of your partnerships go beyond financial support. They involve employee engagement, they involve housing education, even advocacy. Can you share a story of a local partnership that really stood out?
Yes. And I'm going to go outside because I could talk about the partnership with Star, honestly. But this one, I'm going to bring it, I would say, the partnership we have with the city of Tampa.
Okay.
And the reason I would say the city in Hillsborough County, because there are so many empty lots out there that realtors themselves, we get a lot of help from you guys. You call us, hey man, these people got this lot, they wanted to do something, so forth. You give us opportunity. But the city and the county also call us. They reach out to us, hey man, we have a family that has a roof issue, that their house is about to, be unlivable, but we know they don't have the money. Can you help them? And they literally send us people to help, and not only send us people, at times provide the materials and the funding to help those families. Now you help the families come out and build new homes. In this aspect, I'm talking about helping the families that are in homes, the seniors, those who the handicapped, those who need our help and just don't have the financial. And that's a whole different aspect. And the reason I mention that is because I think that's an aspect that is not getting very much light. And I want to let people know that, yes, Star is up here. Everybody, we building new homes, but we also taking care of those that need to be taken care of so they can stay in their homes. Those that need the ramps, that are in wheelchair, now they need a ramp. We just did the Veterans Week of Service, which Star is part of. You guys, where we went out and we repaired, rehab, or beautified a different veterans home starting November 4th going to November 11th. Think about that. We did that. That just ended. Every day we went to a different veterans home. They need a ramp, they need a roof, windows. We got to paint, because we're helping those who helped us, who served our country, now stay in their homes. And you guys did that. So it's not just building and getting families into their new homes. In some cases, it's making sure that those families stay in those homes, especially those who have served us. And I talk about that now because we're coming off Veterans Week and that, so I wanted to highlight. But at the same time, I wanted to throw a new avenue. Most people say, wow, I didn't know Habitat did that. Yeah, we do.
Yes, you do.
We do.
We'll take a quick break and be right back with more of Bridging the Bay, recorded live from the Fabre Framework studio. Fabre Frameworks, Tampa Bay's leading real estate photography company, helping realtors capture listings with stunning, high-quality photos that make every property stand out. From residential homes to luxury estates, they bring every space to life. Learn more at FabreFrameworks.com. Stay tuned. And we're back with Bridging the Bay. Carlos, let's talk about housing, the affordable housing shortage that we currently have in Hillsborough County. From your perspective, what are the biggest challenges residents are facing when it comes to achieving homeownership today?
I'm going to be honest, man. Homeownership today has become, and some people will not like this, but has become pretty much for the privileged. I mean, it's affordable housing. You got to understand, our motto, we believe everybody deserves a decent place to live. That is our slogan. So for us, housing is the number one thing we focus on because we believe if you have a decent house, then from that you could build. You build your foundation off that. You build your wealth off that. Your kids, your room, everything is coming off your housing, the rooms that you have. You know, if you got two bedrooms, the first thing you think, hey man, we can only have two kids. You know, it's things that you take into most people don't even think about take into the equation. And we live in a beautiful place where we're getting more people coming down than we have leaving. So we have now a big influx of, lack of a better term, northerners, because I would say we down here and down at the bottom. You know, they're coming from all over the country, but they're coming with wealth. And when I say this, I'll be more than glad to explain. I'll give you a prime example. Me. I just recently sold my mother's house. My mother's house has been in my family in New York City. New York City. Sold it. $1.4 million. Imagine what I could buy here with $1.4 million. Now, the problem that is, I'm bringing that money now here. I'm looking for a house. I don't want to spend it all. And I'm not doing this because I have a home here. But I'm just using this, my example. I'm using what just happened to me as an example. And this is all fictional, but I'm using it as an example. I got this flux of money. I come to Tampa. I'm looking for a house. Now, am I looking to buy what I had in New York? No. Common sense knows I'm not going to be ever be able to buy that because what my mother paid for 50 years ago is unheard of. And did it leave me? It left the family a lot of wealth. But now I'm looking for a home. I want to spend 500,000. So I'm looking for a home. I find one. The most conventional people, most people, when they start looking for a home, the first thing they start looking at is financing. How much I got to give down? What is going to be my financing, my interest? These people are looking at a $400,000 home. I like that home. They going about it the right way, but it's 400 grand. I don't want to wait. I don't want to play the game. So now I go to this gentleman. I offer, you know what? I know you're working with them, but I'll give you 500,000 now for this house. Now you just made this house unaffordable for this family. And this is the game that's actually going on. People are coming out that could afford to buy these houses are buying it, leaving the shortage, major shortage in affordable housing. A lot of houses are being bought, being gentrified. We got whole communities now that are being gentrified. I mean, let's be honest, man. We got houses going in places in Tampa we never would have thought.
Yeah.
Because there is no such thing as dead property. People have realized the value. And we could put something in here and people are going to come down and pay for it. And that is great because it helps all of us. It helps the economy. It helps everything grow. But we tend to forget those that work here, live here, that are trying to still achieve that dream and have a hard time. That's where we step in. That's where we are able to leverage that and work with realtors and work with people and say, hey, man, give us an opportunity. And you guys are great, and the city and the county are great because they point out properties. Hey, man, we got these 10 acres over there. Nobody's doing that. The person just passed away. The family doesn't know. Give us an opportunity, first shot, to go in and talk to them. Show them the impact they could have. And not just that, and a lot of times we have to buy. But in a lot of cases, we don't pay what most people would pay. And what we give in return, a lot of tax credit. We work with them. We make sure they get the name, legacy, whatever it takes, to make sure that we are able now to use this property and put 23 homes and serve another 100 people.
Yes.
and change the lives of 100 people. But it does. It takes the community, and it's a problem we live in. But let me tell you, I live here. I love it. I don't think I would want to, live anywhere else. And it's for some people it's difficult, but I think we're gonna manage it, and we're gonna work through this and get affordable housing to where it needs to be.
I agree. How is Habitat adapting its programs such as the homebuyer education, sweat equity, the
Yes.
repair assistance to meet the needs of today's evolving families?
We have to evolve. Everything is evolving. I mean, honestly, we got smart houses now. We just got into building smart houses. I had no damn idea what a smart house was, but I mean, I'm learning now. Lights go off, it's all LED, is this energy is saving? So we as an agency have had to evolve ourselves. Have the people, the companies, because and I will highlight companies, and I would keep mentioning Star because they're a big sponsor, but companies, publics, other people step in and give us the technological advances. We have an architectural firm that literally steps in and is like, yo, man, have you tried this? Do this, let's maximize this. And they literally will teach us on how you could tweak this around this way and possibly get another two or three more houses in the community
Wow.
and still have the ample space that everybody needs. Oh, by the way, we could just also put a park here. I mean, so we have people stepping up that are literally teaching us new ways. So yeah, we are evolving our financial, of course, financial literacy has had to evolve, especially with all the financial dynamics that are going on and escrow and making sure people are aware. Maintenance program, now is you got LED lights that last for the next 10,000 hours. So now it's not changing a light bulb, but it's changing the whole fixture
Yeah.
when it goes out 5 years down the road. So it's little things like that. But what we enjoy is the families, and I give credit to not only the sponsors but the families that go through our program, because these are individuals that dedicate 2 years of their life to achieve this dream. You think about, man, that's dedication.
It is.
That's showing up every week, doing everything you have to do, swinging the hammer, going out there on a Sunday when you ain't got nothing else to do because you got to do your community service, working Monday through Friday, and still, let me tell you, I look at them, and that's the reason I do what I do, and that's the reason I put them in front of like people like you, Quan. So you could go out and be our ambassador and speak on our behalf and tell your realtors and your association on the great work that you are doing with us. Because we don't do it by ourselves, man. And anybody that says we out here doing, no, we don't do it by ourselves, man. It takes a village. It takes all of us. Tampa Bay Bucks, thank you. Thank you. Coming out November 18th. We look forward to having you out there. Quan is going to be out there. Bring your jersey or your hat. Get autographs, please.
Yes.
But no, the Bucks are another, and I could keep naming. And Quan, this. We got a list of people. I would say, please go to our website. On the bottom, we got a scrolling of all the sponsors. But go where it says donate. Look down at our partner page and look at all the partners and see. I mean, Star is up there. You guys are up there. See at all the companies that make this possible, year in, year out.
You do have a large list of
Yeah.
corporate community partners.
Yes. That's why I got to send them to the website.
Yes. Looking across that list, what kinds of partner contributions, financial, volunteer, in kind, have you found to be the most transformative? And how could a local realtor or developer, home builder become part of this network?
And looking at it, at all the corporate sponsor, I could most definitely make this about monetary, but I won't, because I'm gonna tell you what, every sponsor, whether they give us $1 million or whether they give us $600, they all come out and swing the hammer. Every single one of them. So I want to say, if you want to be involved and swing the hammer, it does not take much. All it takes is your effort. You come to me, give me a call, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, reach out to Quan. Quan will give you my number. Just sign up, man. Come out to one of our activities. And I say come out, I mean come out, have a good time, eat our food, have one of our drinks, but listen to the presentation. Listen to the family that's there. If that doesn't drive you to want to say, hey, Carlos, how can I give you my time? Because I'm going to tell you, your time is going to come with a little bit of work. You know, you're going to swing the hammer. But right now, I need you to go and get me 5 of your friends, 10 of your friends, and have them each give $20. Okay, that's $200. And then I'm going to ask you to go and get me another 5 or 10 of your friends that could give you $10. And the reason I'm trying, I want you to get to $600 so you could get your shirt, your hard hat, your helmet, your safety glasses, your gloves, and your hammer. We're going to load you up, give you a goodie bag with all that in, and then you're going to go out there with your real estate hard hat, your real estate shirt, your blue safety glasses, your blue gloves, and a blue hammer, and you're going to swing away. And at the end of it, you're going to tell me, you're not going to question the $600. You're going to say, Carlos, when can I do this again? And I'm going to tell you, how about next week? How about tomorrow? How about whenever you want to come? Because now you're part of the family. You don't pay your dues. Now you in.
You in now.
You in now. So you part of the family. So whenever you want to swing. And not only that, bring your family. If you got a 16-year-old son, he could swing a hammer. He will not be able to play with the saws. He will not be able to play with the nail gun. I want to make sure you know that. The adults will, they will not. But they could still come out, swing the hammer, and literally help their father, their mother build someone a home.
We did talk about, the Veterans Day. We talked about the Veterans Week and the bill. I want to talk a little bit more about that.
Yes, sir.
The Veteran Services Initiative that you have, it offers homeownership, repair, and volunteer opportunities, like you discussed regarding the Veterans Build and Service Week. What's been the most impactful part of this work, and how can realtors and business leaders get more involved?
Just sign up. Call me. Honestly, the impact of this, and I'm going to tell you, man, I have companies every year that reach out to me that had just finished the Veterans Week of Service, and I guarantee you next week they're emailing me wanting to know, how can I sign up for next year? It's the impact. It's seeing that veteran. It's not us, because we're not out here. We out here with you, but you doing the work. It's not us. We out here, but it's seeing that veteran walk out of the house and say, wow, is this my house? Can I stay here? If that does not touch your heart, I'll give you another hammer and tell you to swing away, because I got the story that will, man. Honestly, I got the story that will. But that's the impact. The veterans, you out here repairing and you're fixing a veteran's home every day. A different veteran. It's not the same veteran. Now, the beauty of it, and some jobs are not done in one day. So that group, your group, decides, okay, we did what we can. When we're coming back out, we come back out Saturday and we're going to finish this. And this is a constant thing. Constant. We had Southeastern Roofing that also is a big supporter of us, literally come out, and he needs a new roof. They didn't come out to do a roof. They came out to swing the hammer and realize he need a new roof. What can we do? On the phone while his employees are swinging, on the phone with his office, getting a delivery of the shingles, everything he did. In kind, on the spot, had a team of 15 people show up. Not the people that were swinging the hammers. 15 people that he pulled from somewhere, come and fix this man's roof. Done in one day. So I asked him, yo, so what do I do? He tells me, take this invoice, turn it into accounting, tell him we said thank you. It's like, dude, that's a $7,000 invoice. Yo, put it down as a sponsorship for next year. Done deal. Done deal. Signed deal, brother. You got it. I'm putting your damn sign in front of that door.
Yes.
The homeowner wanted a sticker to put on the door. You think about that. The veteran wanted to come out. Yo, you got a sticker? Give me something that says Southeastern Roofing. So people know, yo. So that's the impact. Honestly, I would say that's the impact. And the people coming out, honestly, we could not have the impact without people like you, Quan. And I keep throwing your name out there and I keep throwing your realtors out there. But they're the ones that swing the hammer. They're the ones that give the $600. They're the ones that do the sponsorship. They're the ones that put on the show so we could literally get more people to donate money so they could swing the hammer. And it is, and people say, well, it's a pay for play. Unfortunately, yes, but that pay is paying, you are literally paying for the same place you're playing. You paying to build that house. And it is, and I hate to use that term. Now, do we have volunteer opportunities for anybody? Yes. I don't want you to think you have to give me $1 to swing a hammer. That's not the case at all. So let me clarify this. We're talking about sponsorship. My job, try to squeeze the dollar if I can. But for anybody that wants to volunteer, high school students, if you have a group that wants to come out and volunteer, if you are a group of volunteers that just want to come out and volunteer, reach out to Quan. I will get you out there. You want to swing? Call me. I'll get you out there, because a lot of times getting out there first is what seals the deal for you to come back and then want to partake and give a little bit more. So either way, want to volunteer, come out, and I am talking to the public now.
You kind of touched on previously regarding the home preservation neighborhood revitalization program you have.
Yes.
That helps, income eligible homeowners with their exterior repairs, accessibility upgrades, and, those critical home fixes. How are these projects strengthening entire neighborhoods and supporting long-term stability?
It let me tell you, it does a lot of things, and the reason I say that is because we do several different projects. We have the home preservation project that most definitely deals by individual, case by case. Mm-hmm. You fill out the paperwork, you tell us you need. NHTSA, our VP of Veteran Affairs, also handles home preservation. We'll go out there with her team, take pictures, assess, come back, let us know, Carlos, this is what is needed. We go out and try to find the sponsors to make that happen. We tend to do that on an individual basis, depending on your need. If you got a hole on the wall and somebody needs a roof, the roof is going to come before the hole in the wall. It's just depending on your need. But the fun thing is, we also do projects like Rock the Block, where we literally go home, man. We did this in East Tampa. This past year, Rock the Block. Slide Insurance came out. Buccaneers came out. We had J.P. Morgan Chase come out. Publix, Star. And I'm trying to think, and I know I'm missing the name, and I'm going to get an email, and I will apologize to you because I can't get it right now. But all come out and literally repair and beautify 6 homes within one community, one block. Why we do that? To keep these individuals in the home, to make them have value in what they have, to help fix what they don't have the money to fix, and to make that neighborhood, that block better. Make it look better. We're going to paint, we're going to do it all. This past year we had, and I missed it, a group of high school students from Long Island, New York, Long Island, who fundraised and came down with a check to work Rock the Block. I mean, you're talking about impact. You're talking about a group of high school students in Long Island, which they could be doing a lot of other things, come down and give their time, a week of their time, so they could beautify a whole neighborhood with these companies. So it shows you, rock the block is something that I love, man, because we leave and the people, the other homeowners are asking us, okay, can you do us next year? We got 5 more houses down here. Can you do us? And believe it or not, we'll work with them to get them on a plan to get back out there. And we'll work the same neighborhood. And thanks to Nitza Rivera, she worked the same neighborhoods for 3 years and got all the houses done in one neighborhood. I mean, that's dedication and wanting to beautify and make a difference in our city. So it's not always about building, but it's also about keeping those in their home, man.
Yes. The Tampa Housing Authority,
Yes.
they play a key role in our local affordable housing ecosystem.
Yes.
How does Habitat collaborate with the Tampa Housing Authority, and what synergies exist between your homeownership model and the Housing Authority programs?
We have a great synergy. I'll be honest, they are a big supporter uh, of us. They are heavily involved in a lot of things we do. And of course, as you know, a lot of our families have to go through the housing, you know, uh, preliminary uh, documentation, so to say. They have to fill out forms. They have to go through the program to qualify for our program.
Mhm.
But they housing authority is what can I say? I mean, they are the big boys. They help a lot. They are and us. They see the value in what we're trying to do, which is we believe that if you give people ownership, give them equity and something, they're gonna take care of it. They're gonna take care of it. They're gonna treat it like it's theirs, and they helping us achieve that. We all. It's like everything else. We learned, and I learned this many years ago. Living, and Lord forgive me for living in the projects. I'm be sincere. And people say, "Oh, they don't take care of this. They don't take," And my mother had an apartment in the projects that was so clean and so nice. The housing authority used to use her apartment as we're
Model.
gonna take people so they could see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What it's supposed to be like. And I'm being honest here, but that was because my mother took value and ownership in that. And during my growing up, I learned this in New York, which was the first major city where I started seeing, they're tearing down the projects, but they building townhomes and they selling them to the tenants that were living there. The purpose is if you have ownership in it, you're going to take care of it. And it slowly had that effect throughout the city. Same thing we're going through here now. There isn't an area. There used to be areas in Tampa you walk by like, yeah, I don't know if I could drive by there. That's not the case no more. We are building and putting beautiful structures where there was once dilapidated, basically nothing,
Yeah.
and giving that neighborhood some value, giving the people that live there some ownership and some, if nothing else, some proudness, man. Take pride in what you own.
Yes.
Take this, take care of it. And you are seeing more and more people doing that, And listen, I was here when Belmont Heights was different than what it is now. I drove through Belmont Heights the other day. I was like, wow. Like, wow, man, I remember this in the 80s. And it's like, and it's a wake up call. It's like, wow, it's beautiful. It's nice. It is. I was like, wow, this is nice. So it is, we making progress, and a lot of that progress we have to give credit to the housing authority. I know they take a lot of heat sometimes. They do, but they work with us they help us achieve. And a lot of times, when there's something that they cannot invest themselves in, they're the first ones to give us a call and say, hey, man, have you thought about trying to do something here? I mean, we got projects now that we're looking in the future. We're in Brandon now. We're going to be doing something in Ybor City. We're going to be doing something in Carrollwood. We're expanding our horizons.
I love it.
Imagine putting a Habitat house in Carrollwood.
Uh,
You would have never thought that 15 years ago.
Why not?
You know, but hey, it's happened. Progress.
That's good. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Bridging the Bay, recorded live from Fabre Framework Studios. Fabre Frameworks, more than just a podcast studio. They're your one-stop shop for real estate photography that elevates your listings. Learn more at fabreframeworks.com. A huge thank you to Carlos Navedo and the entire team at Habitat for Humanity of Hillsborough County for continuing to build hope and home ownership right here in our community.
Thank you.
To our listeners, remember, whether you're swinging a hammer, donating, or connecting through partnerships, we all play a part in building a stronger, more inclusive community. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share the podcast so you never miss an opportunity to connect with the voices shaping real estate and community across Tampa Bay. Until next time, I'm Quan Rimmer, and remember, when we bridge the Bay, we bring the community closer.